cut the flap now and the hinge that will go on it. That's going to be the next step. So it's going to be like that. And we're going to put the little hinge on there, and then it's going to be able to flap shut. So I made some notes for myself on that. Okay, so it's like that. Just again, this is prototype. And then we're going to start putting this together. All right. Let's see. So I need, this is for the hinge, I need a piece that's 7 by 1 1/4 for the hinge. Okay, so let's see here. How big is this piece again that I already used? Let's just cut it down to 7. There we go. Set that aside by 1 1/4. So, okay, 1 1/4. That's that. Is it 1 1/4? Yeah. Okay. Now let's see. It says score at 1/2 and 3/4. Move some of this stuff out of the way. Grab my scoreboard. Score at 1/2. And 3/4. Okay. Let's burnish this down. All right, and you might want to do a little bit of mitering. On the side, on each. Short end. So it looks like kind of like that. All right, here we go. So then this is going to go on here. So it'll be like this. We're going to glue that down. You can use tape, but I'm using glue because it gives me that play. Because I want to just try to line it up really. Okay. Goes there. I just want to make sure it's going to be, the width is lined up, or I mean the spine here, because this is going to be what's going to open and be able to close and flap over the top. So when I am satisfied that that's pretty much lined up, pretty good, then I'm just going to burnish that down. Let me just move that for a second. Sorry guys. Just kind of burnishing it down there. All right, and I'm not putting glue here because I want it to have the flexibility to open all the way up. Okay. And then our next thing is we're going to, oops, sorry, wrong notes. All right, the next thing is we're going to get the paper that you choose for this. So for me, I want to choose something that's like this, like a neutral, at least on the outside, because I want it to blend in with the background. You can choose whatever you like, obviously. And I need that to be 7 by 3 and 15/16. Okay. So I'm going to take, let's see, these are my cutoffs of some 7 by 3 and 15/16. That would look really pretty, huh? Let's go with this one. All right. Move that aside for a second. 7 long. All right, by 3 and 15/16, which usually I don't try to do because, as you guys know, if it's in this area, I just measure it and then make a mark, and then I cut it there. Because otherwise, it's just, I don't get it right, or I can't see it well. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. 3 and 15/16. That's just how I do things, I guess. All right. There we go. Okay. And then this will be our flap. Let me just set this aside, actually. It's just going to be in the way. Move some of this. Okay, now let's just check it for a second here. So this is going to go on here, and it's going to glue down right lined up to the edge. Oops, right up to the edge like that. So that's what I'm planning to do for that. Okay, now if you want, you can distress it, which I actually might do just a little bit, just because it's just kind of, I did the rest of it in distressing, so it just kind of seems like that's the right move or the right step at this point. Okay, I have some archival vintage photo. And I'm just going to kind of just go around a little bit. I mean, of course you can distress all your pieces before you even glue it if you want to. Or not distress it at all. So, like I said, it's just preference. I'm just doing a little bit. Because you won't see a lot of this. And whatever, it might not be even noticeable, but you know. All right, and then we'll get this. Okay. There we go. Just make sure that's on. I don't want it to dry out on me. Okay, so this is just going to attach. Like I said, it's going to be glued down to the flap like this. Okay, you can glue it on the inside too, which I'm actually on the inside or the outside. It really doesn't matter because we are going to be putting our, let's see how this will look. This is just going to be on the outside like that. So you're really not going to see the edge, if you can tell, but I think I'll just put it on the inside just because, just in case. So I'm going to put the flap, I'm going to glue it to the inside. I'm going to glue the flap on the inside cover. I don't know if I'm making sense. Sorry, guys. I have a little bit of a cold, so I have like that weird zombie head thinking or whatever. I'm using glue again. Obviously, you can use tape or whatever, but I am just wanting the extra wiggle room. Okay. All right. Just trying to get it to line up nicely. If you do want to move it, now would be the time because it's still wet glue, at least for me. Unless you use tape, then it's probably down by now. Then you just burnish it into place. I'm just sliding it over just a little bit more, so I have a little bit more impact zone. I mean, that's not what it's called, but I'm going to put some magnets there. That's going to shut it. So I want to make sure I have a little bit of some room to do that. Okay. Okay, that seems good. There we go. Now we'll take, finally, this piece, which we should have just saved before we put. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece, which we should have saved from here, and not put this down yet. And we're going to glue this to here, so it will be as evenly as you can. Put it on there. Once again, you can use, all right, what you're going to want to do is put the magnets down on this side, so that way when it closes, it's going to snap. You can put it on this side, which I think I might just go ahead and do really quick. I have these little magnets. I'll try to link those below too. I just want to make sure they're going to fit. You want to make sure you get small enough ones that will fit on there. I'm just going to put the small ones down, I guess, just because I'm concerned that I won't be able to cover it then. That's my worry. All right, this is not working out well. Let me just see. All right, bear with me. Just gonna cut small pieces, put this down so I'll have instant stick for wherever I stick these things. I'll put a bunch along the edge. There we go. Hopefully that would be enough. All right, so we're gonna put this, kind of burnish it down a little bit. All right, where's my, here it is. And take the backing off of each one. From this side, it's not wanting to come up without taking all of it up. There we go. All right, there we go. Just throwing away that piece. All right, so let's try to get these things down. There's one. These seams, are they? I guess they're just as thick as the other ones, but they just seem really thick to me. Maybe it's just because they're so small, and so then I expect them to be even thinner. But I can tell you these are hard to grab onto. There we go. Somewhat centered. There we go. However many that you put, just make sure you have that many to snap, because we need them to go on the other side as well. Oops, a little bit of glue on me. There we go. All right, that seems really nice. Now before I put down anything more, let me just do a little test run. That's there. This is a goo or sticky glue eraser thing, rubber thing. All right, so what I want to do is just kind of get a little bit of whatever they call that, pixie tape, washi tape. I'm not sure, but it's like removable tape. It's like supposed to be, it's just washi tape to me. I don't know, but you get them for like die cuts and stuff. Anyway, let me just kind of, yeah, maybe. This could be a fail. I just want it to be able to stick down. Trying to get this with one hand and it's not coming up. Okay. I just want to make sure it's going to actually close. There's one. Let's get this side. I'm going to put the rest. And then I'm going to close it using this and make sure that it actually snaps shut, like with the power that I want. I guess that's what I want to try anyway. That's what I'm going for. And these things are so small. There we go. Okay. Right, that's a lot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. All right. Let's see. I did it like this. Oh. And I'm just going to fold this over. Like that. So we can just get a test run of how well it's going to stay. All right. So that's that. And then when we shut it, hopefully it will shut right. It's going to be glued down, so it's not going to be moving around quite so much. And then it will be like that. All right. I like it. It's just right on the edge though. Let's see. I could move it in, but honestly, I don't know. It seems like it'd be just fine to me. Like you could just use washi tape if you really wanted to. Washi tape can be really junk journal-y, decorative. Ooh, you know what I just thought of, guys? That washi tape that I made just playing around with May's kit. I made all different types of like washi tape stuffs. And let me tell you, I had such a good time. But I bet you that would, instead of like this, which would actually match because there's pinks and purples in this, that would be so cute. I might actually go for it, guys. Hold on, let me see. I just want to check something to make sure that this is going to line up where I want. It seems like I would have liked this to go farther out. I should have pulled this out. So just FYI, if you want it to go to the edge, you should pull this further. I'm going to go ahead and use the washi tapes that I made. And I'm not just going to, so here's the washi tapes. I'm not just going to use their own sticky, of course, because this was just that paper tape stuff that you get for like bandages and holding band-aids on. Anyway, I'm going to use glue. Any kind of glue that you like, this glue, any kind of glue. It's just for junk journal purposes. And I'm going to use glue to help just kind of hold them on. So I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to do this where we're going to put our magnets at. Okay, let's see here. Let me see. I want to. I could cut this down to be exact, or we can cut it later. I think we could cut it later. I hope we can cut it later. All right. First one that I'm going to do is this one. So I'm going to just take a little bit of glue, make sure this is not clogged up. Or you could use also double-sided tape if you wanted. Actually, I might do the double-sided tape thing. Just because. So I'm just going over and in between. And I'm just trying to push down all the way. Okay. I'm just kind of pushing that down. Once this paper backing is off, it will be even more pliable. Okay. it'll just kind of fold. See how it just kind of folds around it? Let me just, sorry, take that all the way off. And then let me see if I can get something that's kind of a little bit less likely, or not likely. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for, but kind of less sticky. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I have this little, this is for like putting in, I broke it off, but it's for like putting in contacts. I'm just pushing this down all the way around that magnet. Like down the sides. You wouldn't have to do a magnet shut. You can just do, well, whatever closure you like, honestly. Let me just kind of move this in just, can I even? There we go. Put that more kind of in the middle there. There we go. Because I didn't have it very good in the middle. All right. You can do whatever clothes you like. You could get even like a little piece that, you know, flips up. Oop, I almost glued that down. But you could get like a little piece of cardstock or whatever and do like a little flip up type of closure. Now, where's my washi tape? Ah, right here. So then you take a piece of whatever washi tape you like. Commercial washi tape, it doesn't matter. We're just going to use a little bit of it. And keep in mind, you guys, this is a junk journal, so it's not like even meant to be perfect in any kind of way, like at all. So just keep that in mind. I'm just going to bring it all the way on and around. I'm just burnishing it in a little bit because I kind of went over the edge. And then I'm just going to bring it all the way around. This one, I might want to cut it here, right up to that edge. Just because there we go. Oops, I didn't cut it very straight, did I? Where's my little scissors? Just kind of, there we go. Okay. I'm just burnishing it down. You can use glue to stick it all the way around and put glue on all these spots. I'm not right now, but if you want to, that is definitely a thing. All right, so we have this so far, and now we're going to put our other pieces down. So this is where we take our magnets here, snap them on. Remember how many you have. I have 6. So you can put them all where they're supposed to go. And just let it drop right on the spot. Okay, let me throw this away. And then, oops, I forgot to, sorry guys. I forgot. Let me see. Well, if I just put it here, it'll pick it all up. Okay, I'm going to put it right to the edge of here. All right, I heard somewhere that when you're cutting something and you want it to be flush, you cut from the back side. But watch me not cut this straight now that I've said that. Yes. There we go. Okay, burnishing in this down. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe I will go ahead and cut a piece that is 7 inches tall. Actually, let me just get this out because I could cut it right on the thing instead of having to fiddle around with it. So 7 inches from this side is what I'm going to do. This is just playing around tape anyway. It does not matter to me. So this should be 7 inches now, these tapes. All right, let's see. So let me go here. I'm going to do it the same way that I did it before. So let me take all these off again. All right. Get my tape off. Put it down, upside down, or front sides facing. I'm not sure how to say that, you guys. Let me get one free first. There we go. Oops, don't stick there. There we go. Lining it up, putting that down. Okay, and I'm gonna there we go. Just making sure it's nice. There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. And last one. There we go. So now let's take this off like that. I'm going to put this on its hinge, or on its spine, I should say. This one needs to be just moved over a little bit in there. There we go. Okay. And you can miter this in if you want. That one's not too bad really, but let's see. paper, scissors. Go. And same with this. Go. And you'll just fold this in. Like that. And so I am just putting this down. And remember, I put double-sided tape on this side. So I'm just burnishing this in and around onto that faux washi tape that I have. And it will keep the magnets in place. And it will look cute. All right, there we go. And that shuts like that. Okay. So for, oops, grab the wrong thing. So for our decoration for our cover, so this is the inside, like this. If you remember, it goes like that. So for the outside, the plan is I have these pieces cut out. These are, let me see if I can bring it in. These are like purpley, kind of metallic sheets. I think they're by Recollections. I think I even set the, yeah, there we go. It's this, and I'm using the little, I think it's this purple color here. It's the Pastels Foil by Recollections. I kept that just so I could show you guys. But anyway, so I took some of this and I'm going to use that as kind of just a little bit of pop, of glimmer, of a little bit of shine. And I've pre-cut these out. So that way I would have about a 1/8 trim. So let me move this. And if you want to go ahead and screenshot my notes, you guys, I have very chicken scratch handwriting. My handwriting is horrible. I know. There are the metallics. You will need two 1 3/8 wide by 6 7/8 high for the metallic spines. We need two of this. So this is the 1 3/8 wide by 6 7/8 high. So that's going to go there and there. And then we need one. So that's going to be like that. Okay. And then we need, for the covers, we're going to need two 6 7/8 high by 3 7/8 wide. So I have cover 1 and cover 2. That's going to go here and here. Like that. And then we have this, just to make sure. This is 3 13/16 by 6 7/8 high. And we're going to need actually two of these. So I'm going to kind of redo these notes because we're going to need another one for the inside for the flap that we made. And you can see how we're just going to make a slight curve on the other side. So we're actually going to need two of these. So I'm going to put here 2. And then this is for the main flap that's going to be over here. And this one is 6 7/8, just like all the rest in height, but it's 1 15/16, so almost 2. And we're just going to use the curvature as a template. So you just kind of move it up enough that you can trace the curve, and then we're going to cut that out. So I kind of have pre-cut all of these, except for I do have to cut another piece of this. So we'll do that right now together. So let me take another sheet, and that is 6 7/8. 6 7/8 right here. So each one of those is an eighth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7/8 is that kind of first big mark before. Oops, I just moved it. There we go. All right. 6 7/8 by, what did we say? 3 13/16. All right, once again, I'm just gonna measure this and make a mark, because like I said, sometimes when in doubt, I'll just take a ruler, make a mark, and then cut instead of trying to use this. All right. What was it again? 3 13/16. Here we go. I do notice that if I cut from this side of the metallic, it kind of goes out, but you can use your bone folder and just smooth it out, or something else, anything, and just smooth it out. See how it kind of pops up a little bit instead of this is rounded over and this is popped up. I don't know if you can see that, especially with the glare, so hopefully it's not glaring too much for you guys. But if that bothers you, I just take a bone folder and just smooth it out. And it's going to get smooth also as we work. So, all right, so that should be there. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to set that just over there just for a moment. Cut this out. So the plan is just to have a little bit of that background peeking through. You can see it's not going to be a lot. All right, let's see how this looks. This should go just enough, yeah. You might want to just take off maybe a little bit more. Yeah. So what I'm doing is just taking a little bit of the flap and I'm lining it up on this side. And I'm just going to take off that little bit. There. Okay, that should be good. So you can distress around the edges if you kind of don't like it, but it's brown and I think it's going to be just fine. So, but that's preference, and just for kind of time's sake, I'm just going to glue these down. So that's going to go like that. I'm just going to kind of scoot these over and we're just going to start gluing. Figure out, you just want to take the other piece that you cut. This is going to go on the inside, and we want this to be like, you know, like so. So what you want to do is take this and move it. You're going to have enough room on each side, like how it will be, just barely a hint that you'll see. And then you're just going to hold it down and make a, follow the path, basically. So you want it to be where it needs to be. So it has the amount of room that you want all the way around. Hold it there as best you can. Let's see, all right, let's see, like that, like that. There we go. It's pretty much as good as I can get it right now. And we're going to make a, like that. You want to make sure that you're making the mark on the back because it's going to be, this is the side that we're going to have the flap on. So let me go like that, cut it around. I don't know. So let's see here. That gives, let's see if I can just push this flat so we can see. I want a little bit more, so we can either try to recut this or just move it, so we would just move it up a little bit more and then recut the top. Or you can cut along the bottom, which I think will be easier. So I'm going to cut just a little smudge off the bottom. And I'm using this because I don't trust myself to cut straight. I just want a little bit, like maybe that much. Not sure what that is. 1/16. Honestly, guys, I don't know because I don't like, I'm not like a measurer. Is that a thing? I don't know. So yeah, something like that. It's kind of what I'm going for. All right. I just moved that extra piece to my extra pieces pile. All right, so we're going to glue that down there. I already had a template there, but I just wanted to show you how I cut mine. So we just did another one together. See, if I had one of those stands, then I wouldn't have to wait. And apparently, it doesn't clog, and you don't have to use a pin, and it just is ready to go. So that's maybe the next thing I need to look into. The good thing about alcohol-based glue is that it won't warp the paper, which I hear is a bonus. And I don't know if it's all alcohol based, but Fabri-Tac is supposed to be good. And it's really strong all-purpose type of glue. It seems pretty all-purpose to me anyway, for everything I do. There we go. Just pushing that down so it's really stuck. And like I said, it's not perfect, but you know, it kind of adds to the cuteness of it. All right, so now what we're going to do is going back to my notes here. We did the metallics. We're going to now do the deco papers of each of these. Then here's my deco papers. And I already have them cut. And we're going to do, there are 3 spines total. Let's just turn this so you can see it. This is our front. We have 2 of these spines, which are 6 3/4 high by 1 5/16 wide. So let's see if I can figure out how I did this. So let's start from the flap. So the flap is, this is the main cover flap, and you can see how that's going to go on there, which it's going to just give a hint of that really pretty shabby chic purple in the background. Which I might have to trim this just a little bit, approximately. There we go. So I'm just, sorry, making semicircle cut. There we go. Let's see. Then that will go in there like that. So you might have to, as you go, adjust. Don't be afraid of that. It happens, just like you just saw. So we're going to need that. And like I said, that is for the flap. And this turned out to be, let's see, I'll go from end to end. So the longest part of it is 6 11/16 by 1 3/4 by the, from here to here it's 1 3/4 and 6 11/16 from tip to tip for my deco page that's going to go here. So that's that one. It's going to go here, and I want to make sure that it's actually closed the way I want, because the closure is going to be on this side. So if you need to do this a couple times to get it right, just think about how you want it to lay out. And then, let's see, the next one is going to be, okay, like that. And the next one, this is Decos 2. Did I get it like this, or is it like this? I think it's like this. I'm just gonna get the idea of the layout here. Do a mock layup first. That's what I think about doing it anyway. And then this one is next. I have the butterfly going towards the flap as May in Black Mountain Plans has designed it. Okay. And then this is the next deco piece. Or was it this one? I think it was that one actually. Then it's this one. Oh yeah, I even had it marked, guys. Jeez. All right. This one too. And this one goes like this. Like that. I don't know which way I want this piece. Maybe like this. Because it seems like there's some of the leaf, but we're not going to actually notice any of that. That's the thing. This. Or do I want it like this? And if you do, when you do, I should say, decide on your images. And then this is going to actually be on the inside, but this is the outside here. Whatever image you choose, like it might be good to, like I said, do like a mock layout, like how I'm doing here, and then just kind of keep your notes like of which way's up, which one's first, second, third from the flap, or however you do yours. Obviously, I didn't do a very good job of figuring out, but I am gonna actually use a little bit of distressing to go around the edges because you can just see the white, and I want that kind of to match the style of the vintage. There we go. Now we'll take, finally, this piece, which we should have just saved, to glue this to here. So it will be as evenly as you can put it on there. All right, then I'm just gonna try to line it up the best I can on here. There should be a little bit just ever so slightly peeking over. So you see a little bit of the border just like you would on all of these. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm just gonna kind of burnish it. Okay. Because it's going to sit on here and we want it to be pretty much as smooth as possible, if that makes sense. As kind of like one flowing look to it, I guess. All right. Now this will glue down to here. That's the plan. Okay. Once again, I'm going to use glue on the back. Make sure that there's enough of an opening for it to come out. I'm going to try to get right up to the edge as best as I can. All right. And then I'm going to put it on here. It's just going to sit on there just like it were one of the pieces.